Wehrmacht player pretty good, I would say. He even dares to move a little bit norther from his position after having gotten veterans level 1 for his infantry. Although he does not pay attention to his pioneers in this portion of the map, and that M8 in combination with some mines that Seph had led there result in the pioneers going down. Sniper action on the field right now, sniper by the American player, will be invaluable not only in taking on the vetted Wehrmacht infantry, which seems to be the course of action for the Wehrmacht player, but also in taking out the MG42s. Something that we may witness right here, unless the sniper does not fire. Actually, he did fire. He did decrew the MG42, although some falls right there kind of hunted for him, however, he does retreat pretty early, and so do the nearby riflemen, so they will be fine for the time being. Decrewed MG42 and a Volk squad having to retreat, and the nearby M8, the Vet 1 now M8, escapes the fire of the pack and will be back at the American player's base, and will, I guess, shortly be repaired. Trash center now up, now being built by our American player, who kind of starts to feel the pressure put on him manpower-wise from all those low-health rifleman squads and their inability to stay in a fight for the amount of time that he would like them to be, so that they would actually have an impact on the field. Mine being hit by the strategic sector to the north of Nosliv's base, and the nearby M8, which kind of plays the role of an American MG42, stays there, takes some shots on them, forces them to retreat. This M8 had veterans level 2, 15 infantry kills, pretty good. Sniper back in action. Of course, I'll probably he will be targeting those pesky MG42s, and that's exactly what happened. Although MG42s quickly move towards the med bunker, where they will be able to reinforce. Vet 2 now for the Wehrmacht infantry, and let's see if there's any more indication of teching by our Wehrmacht player. No, does not seem to be doing anything, although he's kind of floating a lot of fuel. I guess he is constrained manpower-wise, and he won't be getting any TR4 anytime soon, I guess. And while all this was happening, a Volk squad goes down. However, an American sniper counter-snipes an Wehrmacht sniper after the Wehrmacht sniper counter-sniped an American sniper. So I guess Seph got the second sniper out and managed. It was an even trade, I would say. One sniper for one sniper. And once again, the Wehrmacht player, if he does need a reliable way to kill that sniper, will have to get a sniper of his own. Rifleman squads really with no veterancy. They're here, they have bars, but they didn't seem to have a lot of kills in the early game, and I see 2 on one on the other. Yeah, they don't have many kills. They wouldn't get veterancy anyway, even if the supply yard upgrade was had been researched earlier. American sniper taking shots on the Wehrmacht MG42. Kind of pointless, I would say, dare say, because of the fact that the med bunker is right next to the MG42. And now some more rifleman squads move in towards the Wehrmacht player's position. However, the MG42 is around. 2 of them are going to be suppressed. One of them is going to be trying to move in from the kind of east, but the second MG42 is more than enough to deal with that as well. Sniper in the back, however, taking some shots. M8 tries to move in, however, those 2 packs are more than enough to destroy the threat that the M8 posed, and that is a loss for the American player that he will have to consider about, because his M8s, at least in that form, are not going to be any more effective, at least against two pack guns. And now we are at the 19-minute 51, 52-second mark, and the situation seems to be going towards the Wehrmacht players, advantage, at least engagement-wise. However, victory point-wise and resource income-wise, our American player has been given blank. How do they call it? Carte blanche is the French expression, or something like that. To do as whatever he likes. However, his attempts to take on the defensive Wehrmacht position, defensive not only in doctrine choice but also in a way of playing, is not really gonna be paying off anytime soon, as it seems. Especially if he continues to push in with that, with the bulk of his infantry clamped up like that, as we just witnessed here with his two engineers and his three rifleman squads getting suppressed by two MG42s, I would say. He really, I would say, he desperately kind of needs a form of indirect fire, either that being some artillery or some mortars, and I do not think we have seen a company indication by him. Let me switch to him right away, and yeah, I don't see anything. Actually, I do. He is he has armor. He has armor, and that means he may be getting Calliope soon, and he seems to be going down that way. Field repairs. I forgot the armor tree. I'm so dumb. Anyway, a mortar on the field now for American players seems to have been listening to me, and he got that indirect fire weapon that he most probably needs in order to be able to dislodge the at least the MG42s of the Wehrmacht player. Now the VET2 M8 that was hanging out by the East Victory Point make its way to the Wehrmacht player's base, takes on some grenadiers, some Volks, and even the mortar that was just built by our Wehrmacht player. And what do we have here? We have the bulk of the American infantry trying to move into the Wehrmacht player's base. However, I think our American player forgot about the fact that defensive doctrine does give the Wehrmacht player MG42s on his building, so that particular opening in between the bunkers won't be of any consequence after the fact of of the defensive doctrine being used. Mine laid down by the M8 near the Wehrmacht HQ manages to destroy, to dig through the mortar that was just built, and that M8 continues to wreak havoc into the Wehrmacht player's base. Although the grenadiers that have taken cover into the Wehrmacht HQ have been upgraded with a Panzerschreck, and they are the same grens. I am making stuff up. Those are the same grens. So the M8 eventually has to retreat. So back to the perspective of our Wehrmacht player. MG42 still alive, the pack gun still alive, a sniper of his own there. Did he actually kill the American sniper? Yes, he did kill the American sniper, and I missed that completely. And by the way, American mortar going down to the fire of the Grens and Volks. American mortar that was hanging by the north strategic sector to the north of the Wehrmacht player's base. I do not know why. Was he trying to shoot on the Wehrmacht player's base? Most probably, but that was its retreat was kind of low, was kind of slow, and he did go down. And there's not even a gun there for the American player to recruit. The grenadiers equipped with Panzerschrecks just hit a mine. The Wehrmacht player, I think he starts to feel the pressure put on him victory point wise, because he's now down to 204 actually against 470, which is kind of a of a tough spot for him. However, our American player seems to be continuing to trying to move towards the Wehrmacht player's base, and this time with the help of a Pershing that just hit the field. So that particular armor tree that I was kind of forgetting did not lead to Calliopes, but to Pershings, and I'm not sure about that. I kind of feel with all those grenadiers and Volks lying around, as well as the packs and the MG42s, the Calliope would be much more effective, but our American player seems to be, exchanging the Calliope barrages for a Pershing, and he would be trying to take on the Wehrmacht base and force him to stay there for longer than he would probably like. Some riflemen, the crew, the pack gun that was trying to make its way towards the M8 and the Pershing. However, the second pack gun is still around, will be moving in shortly, and one of the rifleman squads, one of the 4 American rifleman squads, does go down on the retreat to the fire of the sniper and the NG42, and one more foot retreat by those remaining 3 rifleman squads in the base of the Wehrmacht player. However, a mate still around at veterans level 2 with 26 infantry kills and 1 building kill. And what was that building kill? Was that the... I'm not sure. Grenadier reform being popped, being shown up on the screen. So I guess the med bunkers has started to be paying off. Maybe that actually is the first squad that the Wehrmacht player got out of the med bunker. I'm not sure about it though. Pershing needs to be microed badly because it is taking fire from the pack on the rear as well as the Grenadiers. Why isn't the Pershing moving? What the hell? Pershing! Oh my god, he's gonna go down. That Pershing is toast. Pershing down. Wow, that I'm not sure what happened there. Seph seems to be saying that he did not notice the pack shooting at the Pershing, but I don't know. Oh, that loss was kind of really steep for the American player to actually replenish. Anyway, back into the game. Mate has laid some mines on the road, but has to retreat to back off because of those grenadiers with panzer strikes moving in. MG42 still making the day difficult for the American riflemen, forcing them off the northeast portion of the map. And now that the Pershing is down, one of the squads of riflemen went down, and the American force has kind of been reduced. The Wehrmacht player seems quite confident in moving out of his base and trying to cap back the east portion of the map that was into the American hands for so long. Infantry at veterans level 2 will be pretty much able to take on those riflemen that still have not gained any veterancy, and we still did not see any supply yard upgrades by our American player. Flame engineers moving in on some grenadiers will force a retreat on one of the squads. However, for the fatherland was used by our Wehrmacht players, so those 2 remaining grenadiers will be able to stay for a little bit longer, but not that longer. One of the squads goes down to the riflemen and the engineers with flamers. Nearby packs are in danger of being decrewed, at least by the engineers and the riflemen. And those engineers will eventually, of course, have to retreat because they're down to 1 member, but I guess they paid for themselves in that engagement. And we have a second Pershing on the field. I hope this time it is getting microed a little bit better, and it's not going to go down so cheap, I would say, to the fire of the pack and the Shreks without moving. A pack gun, of course, being decrewed and now being target fired by the Pershing, which means that pack is going to be destroyed eventually, unless the second pack creeps up and, with the help of the 2 Panzer Shark wielding grenadiers, will actually, destroy the Pershing once again. Now to the west portion of the map, the American